Hey, it's your boy, Sergeant Hooked on Heroes, with another on-the-go video. This time for the final, what'll probably be the final part of our most badass moments in Power Rangers videos. Recording this on my phone. Sorry if it looks like a bunch of poo-poo, but it is what it is. I realized that I forgot to get the final one out there for Mighty Morphin. Whoopsie doodle dandy on that. But I'm gonna fix it right now. So this is of course my hashtag Power Month video series where we talk about the different seasons of Power Rangers and my own personal most badass moments within each season. It's been pretty fun kind of reminiscing and kind of going through each season by season, talking about the different moments that happen. And watching the playlist, then you know the last video we were talking about Power Rangers Zeo, which had some pretty great moments. And now we finally get to the very first inaugural season of Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The reason that we have Power Month, the reason that we have National Power Rangers Day on the day that it actually, aired, August 28th, 1993. It's a little, it's kind of interesting with Mighty Morphin because technically when it started, I was only like 2, maybe 3. So I really wasn't like watching it at that exact point, but I still like sort of saw it and was like, oh, I remember like as like a young, like a toddler being like, oh. So I really didn't really truly get into Power Rangers fully until I could understand it, which would have been with Zeo and Turbo. And then went on from there clearly. But I've since gone back and watched episodes of Mighty Morphin. And of course some of them would like, reruns on TV and stuff like that. And I have clearly watched it. And it does have a lot more to it than I really give it credit for. I'm just going to get rid of some gum real quick. Excuse me. There are some good moments. Now, this is going to be one video about each of the 3 seasons, because if you don't know, they decided to stretch it out into 3 seasons because it was so wildly successful and popular that they just kept going. And that was one of the unique things as well, is that they just kept kind of doubling down on the formula. So, as most people know, Power Rangers began as an idea to take footage from a show in Japan called Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger and adapt it for an American audience. What they did was really genius, which was to take the fight footage from it that was already choreographed, already filmed, everything, and just splice that together with the scenes of the American actors playing the characters, right? And overall, it worked pretty well. It was pretty fairly seamless, I would say. And overall, it worked. It made a lot of sense, and it did a lot of really cool things. And it was unlike anything that had come out before, superhero show-wise. I mean, we had things in a similar vein, like technically, like original Transformers G1, Generation 1 was technically taken from the anime and they just dubbed over it with voices. But nothing exactly of this caliber. But once they got near the end of filming season 1, they realized, whoops, we've run through all the footage we have from Mighty Morphin, from Zyuranger. I think that and partway into season 2, so they realized they ran out of the footage. So then they did this really interesting thing, where they contacted Toei, and Toei filmed what was now known as Zeo 2 footage, which is basically getting their suit actors back in there as the Rangers again, and having them act as the Rangers do in the show rather than as the Sentai heroes that they are in Zyuranger, and also having different scenes where like Pink and Green are together a lot because Tommy and Kimberly are a couple, so they have some scenes that they share together, which didn't really happen in Zyuranger a lot. Pink and Green weren't in a lot of scenes together, and other little scenes here and there to more closely fit the American footage. Alongside this, they also created more monster suits as well. Then after that, they really ran out of the footage and they decided to keep the Ranger suits, but adapt the White Ranger from Die Ranger along with the Zords from that as the Thunder Zords. After that, of course, was also the Ninja Zords from Conquer Ranger, which eventually went to, the rest of the Zords we see in that season, Shogun Zord, things like that. Just a little history lesson there in case you didn't know all that. It's kind of cool. It's really kind of unique, honestly. And I will give them credit for that. As far as season 1, though, I will say my number 1 badass moment for that is probably the end of the Green with Evil arc. I know everybody says they love Tommy Green Ranger, MMPR's best, blah, 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 blah. I get it. But I do like the end of the Green with Evil arc only because of how they break the spell with Tommy and they're able to have him join the team. Now, that has nothing to say about his tenure as Green Ranger, which doesn't last very long because if you don't know, spoilers for Mighty Morphin and spoilers for Zyuranger, Bunai in Zyuranger, his counterpart in the Sentai, the green candle that in Power Rangers is tied to Tommy's powers by Rita, Witch Bandora actually ties it to Burai's life force. So every time he fights, a little bit of his life energy goes away. Fights too much, he's gone. That ends up happening. So when they ran out of the footage for the Green Ranger from the Sentai, they had to start doing the storylines in Mighty Morphin where he was, losing his powers, he'd get them back for a limited time, and eventually lost them all together, eventually becoming the White Ranger, right? So, I will say for season 2, I really enjoy, as far as most badass moments, I really do enjoy the introduction of Tommy as the White Ranger. It was pretty shocking, I would say the least, just because we didn't know it was going to happen. It was kept very secret. There's the whole element, I love the element of Billy finding, going to the command center and seeing a second part of it, and it's Alpha underneath him somewhere on a second level of it, working on the White Ranger powers and not knowing what's going on. There's this mystery to it. Who is this person? What are they doing? Why are they keeping it from us? And then that coupled with getting the Thunder Zords, that the Dino Zords are destroyed. We know that's not really true, but are destroyed, and we get the Thunder Zords, which are the Die Ranger mecha. That was also pretty much goes hand in hand with being a most badass moment for me in season 2. So really enjoy that. For season 3, I actually really enjoy Ninja Quest a lot more than I do the actual Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 1995 movie. The movie is fun. I will not bag on the movie. The movie is fun. The movie is very entertaining, really fun to watch. But I'm very confused why they decided to confuse their child audience, including myself included, by having literally 2 separate storyline ways that they got the ninja powers. I always found that very odd. But I really like Ninja Quest. It feels a lot more earned. I like that the Rangers lose the Thunder Zords, lose their powers, and they have to go on this quest, this Ninja Quest, to find Ninjor. When they meet Ninjor, they find out that Ninjor is the original creator of the Power Coins and the Ninja Power Coins, and that he worked with Zordon to create them. And they impress him enough that he eventually, dubs them gives them the Ninja powers, the Ninjetti powers. I love the Ninja Megazord. I really love the Shogun Zord. That's one of my favorite mecha designs in all of Power Rangers or just Sentai in general. But it was really cool. It was a nice change up. I love seeing the footage of the Thunder Zord actually getting destroyed, the original footage, because that didn't happen in Die Ranger. But seeing because it's the suit actors playing the Zords, right? But seeing them getting destroyed, the parts falling off, and the cords and everything, and the Rangers are on the ground no, screaming about it, and all distressed and everything, was really cool. I really enjoyed it, and I thought that was a really unique way to start off season 3 and give a big question mark as to what their next power set was going to be, if anything. But I really liked it. It was a nice reset. I do wish that they would have been more willing to dare to change the suits a bit more, because they're still just the Zyuranger suits, and they look just like them. That's one prop I do give to the movie suits for the 1995 movie, is that the movie suits, at least the helmets, are somewhat more kind of sort of resembling the Ninjetti form that they get. They still look like the MMPR helmets, but they also look like they sort of resemble the ape, bear, wolf, frog, whatever. And I like that. I think that's really cool. Plus, I like the idea of the power coin in the center of their chest. I think that was a nice little addition, and how armored they look. I actually really like the 1995 movie suits. Not a lot of people, talk about it nicely sometimes, but I like the 1995 movie suits. But yeah, so those would be my top 3 moments, my top 3 badass moments for Mighty Morphin. Runner-ups, probably the Zeo Quest stuff near the end, where they're turned into kids and they have to get the Zeo Crystal and all that kind of stuff was really cool. I also really like the addition of the Equation Rangers, essentially just an excuse to use the Conquer Ranger footage. Yeah, so those are definitely some runner-up things. But again, Mighty Morphin is not an awful season. I think season 2 and definitely season 3 are the best. I think, honestly, sorry about that. in my opinion, I think that once the Stone Canyon trio enter into the picture, Rocky, Adam, Aisha, of course, it gets a lot better. Just like I said in Turbo, once we get TJ, Carlos, Ashley, and oh my God, TJ, Carlos, Ashley, oh no, and Pink. I'm sorry. It gets better in that as well. So, but I just want to know in the comments below, what are your favorite moments from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you in the middle kind of about it? What are some of your favorite moments? I'd love to see them listed in the comments below. I hope you guys had a more phenomenal Power Month. I think overall the fans made it better than any associated social media or brand that represents it. That was embarrassing. That on Power Rangers Day, all we got was a tiny little clip from Cosmic Fury of Amelia literally just retelling the events of Dino Fury after what's his name, Mick left, when he had the little crossover bit in Dino Fury. And then other than that, this really goofy MMPR t-shirt to celebrate the 30th anniversary that if you look at it and compare it, people have figured out it literally has traced the art of like a majority of different like MMPR artworks. So yeah, that's just lazy. There's just no excuse at this point. But like I said, a lot of people have reiterated this. I think that the fans have honestly made Power Month better, Power Month more enjoyable, and I think that's kind of how we just have to kind of look at it from now on until an actual brand comes through. May it be Hasbro or whoever that gives more of a shit about it. That's kind of what we have to just bank on, is that the fans will be the ones to kind of make some awesome content and do some cool things with it. Doesn't make me happy. I wish that the brand cared more, but it's just kind of how it is, you know. But I do hope it's been an enjoyable Power Month for you guys. I've been trying to do some really cool content doing the Badass Moments thing. I do have some other ideas. I might maybe try to throw some videos together about like maybe some 2017 movie things and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as content this week, going to be this video along with the other ones I've put out for the Badass Moments. I got to get my Geeks 49 review recorded, put up. But as always, stay hooked on heroes, and I'll talk to you later. And may the power protect you all. Happy Power Month, happy anniversary, 30th anniversary to Power Rangers. See you guys later. Bye bye.